This is an Ellis Mowers and More small engine vlog. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's vlog, which may turn into a small engine repair, we'll find out. Well, it won't be an engine, it may be a motor repair. We're going back to the past while we're going to the future as well. Going to the future in the fact that we're working on some electric mowers today, these Ryobi electric mowers. Going back to the past, more to the roots of the channel where we started out doing Walmart customer returns and taking, customer return Walmart push mowers, Murray and Snapper, Black Max, and getting them turned around, fixed, and ready to go for spring. We're doing it this time with electric mowers. These are, I guess they're sold at Home Depot, since Home Depot sells Ryobi. I got them from somebody, I don't know where he got them from, but they are probably customer return pallets, and paid $100 for all three of these, which I thought was a pretty good deal. The only caveat is that it only comes, to my knowledge, with one charger and no batteries. The good news is the batteries for these are fairly cheap. I feel like I'm going to have another $100 in them with batteries and chargers just by looking at how much they cost online, and should have hopefully 3 good machines here. But first what we have to do is unbox them and just see what all we have, because that's part of the fun of getting unknown items. I feel like I got a fairly decent deal on them. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Especially at the end of this video, we'll find out how many of these actually work after I buy a battery and charger to test each of them out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tear open, we'll look at the self-propelled one first and then tear open the boxes and see what's in there. This first one is self-propelled, is the only self-propelled one of the bunch. Ryobi 40 volt brushless self-propelled. If we look inside the battery tray here, you find that there are no batteries. There's some pretty big batteries right there. Onboard start key. May have to buy some start keys for them too. Looking underneath, you can see never been used. So it tells me that it was either defective from the factory or this is a display model. It's a little dusty because it's been sitting out. But let's see. I'm sure you can buy the start keys for this because I'm sure people lose them all the time. So one battery right there, and then a battery storage compartment, and then you have the start key, whatever that is. So how about that? So if we look inside this box, you can see another brand new mower here, never been used. These are plastic, like composite decks too, so there's not a lot of metal associated with them. It looks like the date code on this blade is 1119, so these may actually be some older model machines, but they're still the same ones that sell at Home Depot for, I think the self-propelled ones sell for $5.49 a piece. I will get this one out. We'll see what we've got. Y'all like live unboxing, so let's see if I can get this out here and tell y'all what everything is in it, I suppose. Oh. Incredibly light, that's for sure, especially without batteries. We have one charger. At least in this one. Again, no batteries. I'll show it to y'all here. This one's just a push mower. This one and the other one are just push mowers. So let's see. We'll lift this up. Hopefully it's not zip tied or anything. It's not. That's an adjustable handle. So it's kind of, I don't know if there's extra R&D that go into these electric mowers or not, but they do come with some cool ergonomic things like the handle. It says prior to use, handle must be fully extended and locked. So, but boom, you just go like that and starts right up. This one does have a start key in it, so this is what the start keys look like. I'm sure they're only a few dollars on Amazon or YouTube, or not YouTube, but eBay. It has the mulch plug on the back here, and this mulch plug has to be in place. Kind of gives you an idea of what has to happen. I think there's something that goes on with these safety switches that causes these things not to work right, so I have to be mindful of that. Inside the box here, we have an instruction manual. Ooh, I could review to win. I wonder if that's still good, 3 years out of date, or almost 4 years out of date now, probably. And the bag. Might be able to put this on the self-propelled one and get a really, really nice new machine out of it. So that's the second box, or that's the first box, second machine here. Looks to be, like I said, brand new. Either a customer return or something along those lines. Let me open the third one and see what we've got in that one. All right, third box, or third machine here. We have a key. We have a bag frame. Oh, I hope we have a bag. That'd be a bonus. Oh, no bag with this one. All right, so let's see. Register your product. You can win 10 grand. I'm sure nobody ever does. Some of these marketing tactics people fall for are kind of crazy, right? All right, so let's look at this. Again, it's exactly like the other one, just without a charger and a bag, unfortunately. The cool thing about these, though, is that they'll sit up. You can store them like this. I don't know what that was. But you can store them just like that. This one actually has been used a little bit. You can probably see it right there. Doesn't look like it was used very much. I bet somebody took it and just realized that it didn't have the power that they thought it was going to on it, and returned it. So that is hardly any use right there. The blade's not bent, from what I can tell. Yeah, I don't think it's bent. So battery storage. So what I'll do, I'll buy a battery, probably a couple of batteries, just to test them out, make sure all three of them work, and then as long as they all work, I'll buy the little key, one more key thing, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, hopefully. My guess is that the guy got these in a pallet of other items, and or sold all the good ones that had batteries and whatnot, and then left these because they didn't have batteries. I'm hoping that's the case. Again, that's the risk that you take sometimes, but we'll see what happens with them. It's going to be a few days before I get these ready to go again, and I'm just going to store them for a few days. Put them in a dry area and break down the boxes because I don't need them anymore. And I'll come back and when I get the batteries and chargers. Well, some of y'all are probably thinking, he's crazy. He can't buy batteries for all these mowers for $100. Well, you're right. Did not do my research as well. We're still fine though. Looks like on Amazon they're like $50 a piece. The Ryobi branded ones are $110. I mean, I've obviously got to go for the ones that are not the original ones, because I would be in over my head way too much. So granted, if I do get Mower or get them for, I don't know, if I got 2 batteries a piece for them and had to get a couple of chargers, I'm probably going to be in them about $300 or so. I don't know if the mowers come with 2 batteries. We can see here, if I look at the machine on Home Depot, it looks like they only come with 1 battery, so that would actually be, let's see, with a 6 amp hour battery and charger. So it looks like if I buy 1 battery, or let's see, 1, 2, 3 batteries and 2 chargers, as long as this all works, then we'll be in good shape. So I have a little bit less in it than I thought that I would, which is good, because I'm looking at the ones here. Pretty much what I have here right now, the push ones are $329. They come with the battery and charger. Worst case, I sell them for $200 a pop. I think I can get roughly that, especially the brand new one. Probably $250, $200, and then I don't know about that self-propelled one, but we shall see. So let's see. Quick math here. 3 batteries will be about $150, and then I think chargers will be about $50. So I have another $200 in them. I have $300 in everything, hopefully, and then hopefully we'll sell them for an average of about $200 a piece, which would give us essentially doubling the money, which wouldn't be too bad. So let's fast forward a few days, see if these things work. Alright guys, so I guess, what are we up to? $170 later, I have 3 chargers and 3 batteries. So we got $270 in these, and like I said, we'll see. This is more of an experiment than anything. I don't think I'm gonna lose any money. Very worst, I'll break even with very minimal effort, and I'm hoping to make a couple $100 off of these. Lucky for me, I found these batteries on closeout on Amazon. They were $40 a piece. Usually they're like $55 to $60. So even with not knowing the condition of these and if they work or not, I figured that having these around in case any more of these come in might be a good idea. So for that price, obviously it's best to have the Ryobi batteries themselves, but at $120 a piece, they're kind of cost prohibitive if I'm going to make any money on this. So here we are with these. It's already full. So let's put it in the first one here. Get this out of the way. So I've already got the safety key in here. We'll slide the battery in. Does it clip into place? Just like so. Like I said, safety key is in, and there's a battery storage tray right there if you wanted a second battery. I'll put you on the tripod and we'll see. So I've extended the handle and everything. I've never used one of these before, so maybe something dumb that I'm missing, or maybe it's as easy as I think it's going to be. Let's see. I'll raise this up a little bit. Is it? Starting instructions. That's one. There we are. Let's move on to the second one here. Now this one is used a little bit. So I'm sure y'all saw the light and stuff come on too. Really easy. All you gotta do is push a button up there and pull it. I can see why people like them. Again, you know, I don't know the longevity of these batteries or anything along those lines, but it's still got 4 bars after 2 seconds of running. So. Okay, let's see if this one works. Awesome. And the last one. This is the self-propellant, so I'm kind of interested in this one. Okay. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Did I get it in there right? Oh, I'm a dummy. I need to change the key, put the start key in it, because this one don't have a key in it. I could probably make a jumper wire for that instead of having to buy a key for it. Here we go. Okay. Got something going on here. What do we got? Blades hitting the deck on this side. Oh yeah, looks like it got smushed in transport or something. So I will get that sorted. I want to fix that first before we make anything any worse here, and then I'll demonstrate it for y'all. If that's the only problem that I have out of these 3 mowers, I'm really happy. All right, I just pulled the deck with some pliers a little bit, and everything's clear now. It just, I guess, got damaged in transport or something. Well, let's see. To do here, but I'll sort that out, that deck underneath. Self-propel's kind of cool though. It's got a min max button switch up here, and that kind of determines how much you have. I don't know whenever you heard it kind of butt up against the deck there, the self-propel, or actually the speed sped up on it. That's, I believe, by design, or it is. I know it's by design because it felt like it was kind of getting into thick grass and stuff along those lines. So we are 3 for 3. I just need to sort out this deck flatness situation on this side. Once I get all that sorted, everything's going to be good, and they're just going to get a good cleaning. I will figure out, it looks like this key, I don't know if it's got a fuse in it or anything. It's too light to have anything in it. I think it's just a glorified jumper wire, to be honest with you. So I'll fabricate one of those. We still got 4 bars on that battery, and we'll be done with them. I'll show you all the final, once I got them all, kind of the batteries out and running as well. All right, guys, are ready to see 3 mowers run simultaneously, electric mowers? I don't get the chance to do this very often, so figured. So that literally is a jump wire. So that's all that key is. So if you're missing one of these keys, you literally can just create yourselves a jump wire right there, and it'll do the same thing instead of spending whatever it costs for a key. So that'll be cool. However, if you do want to go OEM, I'll put links to like keys and blades and batteries and chargers in the description below. That way, if you are kind of going through this endeavor, then we'll see. So interesting. Something on that left one doesn't like it, safety switch wise. It's good now though. A little bit quieter than a gas one. So we'll cut all of them off now. That's only one of them running. Really quiet. Really quiet overall. This one I think was having something with the switch going on in the because if I do this, so there's some sort of motion sensing switch in them things right there. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Hold on a second. And it looks like it was giving me a little grief. Seems like it's fine now. I think I might push it around just to make sure that it doesn't. There we go. So it's cutting off. So there's some sort of motion sensing switch in here that's gone bad, I think, or that is going bad because that's the only thing I think it could be. I'm going to do a little bit more investigating on this one. May test out other ones. It looks like these work just fine. I'll push them up and down the driveway a little bit. Just got to get that sorted because that will not fly when it comes to trying to sell it. So, went to the problem here. I pulled this up, and I think what's happening is this is kind of right on the edge, and it pushes this switch in. So when the switch is in, the circuit is, what will that be? An open circuit? When the switch is out here, which allows it to run, and then when you push the button in, that's when it stops. So to give you all a demonstration, let's see. So it's out now, right? Runs. As soon as I push this in, it quits. So what's happening is I think I'm pushing this lever forward just enough to where the switch is clicking. I'm wondering if this is a big issue with these because there's a ton of them that come in for warranty work that I've seen on forums and Facebook and stuff. All this switch does right here is prevent you from running it if you have the mower in the stored position. So it doesn't affect anything associated with this bail bar or anything along those lines. I think it's more of a preventative maintenance for kids. So, in an effort for reliability here, I think what I'm going to do is get rid of it. Some of y'all are not going to like that, but I think that's what needs to happen here. So let me get rid of this, see if we have resolved our issue with this machine. Alright, so I can see where this can be a really big problem because with this being locked in this position, you see how much play that handle's still got right there? It's like as soon as you push it forward, it's going to try, and it was just enough play for that switch to get involved here. So now, good news is, and I know that may be controversial to some, but that's what fixed this issue. So, makes me wonder how many of these get returned because of that little switch right there. Little 5-minute fix, if you want to call it a fix. I am going to take these up and down the driveway just to make fully sure that these don't have that same issue, but it's good. That is good to know if I ever have to work on these. So, awesome. I'm sure y'all are tired of me vlogging at this point. If I've run into any other issues with these, I'll let you know. Once I get them cleaned up and ready for sale, I will let y'all know as well. And pricing wise, I'll let y'all know what that is going to be. Give y'all an update here on the Ryobis. We are down to one. So the first one sold for $260 is what I got out of that. And then the second one, which is the one that had been used once or twice, I got $150 for. So we are at, what, $410, and I have 270 in them. I have the bag for it, and I'll do the final totals. The bag's over there, so got that. I had this listed for $225. I dropped it to $200 just to generate a little bit of interest, and I have had a couple of hits. Hopefully this is going to leave tomorrow, and if so, then that means I'll let them have it for $240 because they didn't want the bag. I'll give you all the final totals, but we'll make a decent little bit off of this. The one thing I'm a little bit concerned about, and I'm going to run this down and charge it back, is I don't know if these batteries this battery in particular had a bad memory, but the original people that bought the self-propelled mower, this battery came in it, and it would not take a charge, and then I kind of opened it up a little bit just to see if I could like reset it, because I know on the Ryobi batteries you can. I don't think you can on these, unfortunately. But I then took a charger and just put it in, put it out many a times. So I'm going to do a full drain on this battery and a full charge on it today, just to make sure everything's good on it before I send it on to its new owner. So I'm going to take care of that, and hopefully this thing will be out of here in the coming days, and I'll give you all the final total of everything money-wise as to how all this panned out. Alright, so that last mower has sold. That deal went through $200. It was the new Ryobi mower with the bagger. So a little bit more than the one that was in slightly used condition, which I got $150 for. And then the self-propelled one I got $260 for. So all in, you've got $460 plus $150 would be $610. And the initial investment was $100 delivered to my door, and then we had to fork out another $170 to get batteries, which I got a great deal on the batteries, so that was really, really lucky on my part. The chargers, and then of course just listing them and getting them ready, which didn't take a ton of time. That's the nice thing about those electric mowers, is that as long as you got the battery, as long as you got the charger, the batteries charge, and all the safeties are good, which there really ain't many safeties, and as long as the motor ain't bad on them, then you're good. Then you can send them back out with pretty good confidence. The first one that I sold, the self-propelled one, they used it once, and I don't know if the battery had not established a memory yet. Excuse me. But they discharged it, and it would not take a charge. So I brought them back with a new battery, or sent them home with a new battery, swapped out the chargers, did a little bit of testing. The other two mowers, what I did is I ran them completely out of battery, like completely out, and then used the charger, charged it all the way back up, and just made sure that I had established. Those batteries don't necessarily need a memory, but I guess that initial drain down and charge up, it kind of has to establish that. Seemed like everything was fine after that. Hopefully it'll be good for the customers. I always say, if you have any trouble, feel free to reach out. I don't, try to stiff arm anybody for money, so it ain't all about that for me. Always there to help. So $270 was the investment. We got $610 out of them. So let me know what y'all think. We made about $340 off of the lot. Not a lot of effort on my part, as opposed to just buying a couple of batteries and chargers that I could of sourcing, and then
listing them and selling them. Basically, I had to fix that safety switch on one. But hey, it's all good. So just wanted to throw that video out there because some of y'all still do pallet flipping and things along those lines. And you may just have to, you know, find a pallet of mowers and you might be able to luck out. You might not. There's not really that much money in it anymore. I kind of got a little bit lucky on this, and it ended up working out pretty well. Kind of like my old school days when I used to go get a bunch of pallets, Walmart customer return pallets, fix them and sell them, and all the tactics I used to try and save money and make the most money on the back end. Let me know how y'all think I did on this. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. A little bit different than the usual fixing and repairing. We just literally flip these things, and just to show you that there is a little bit of money in it if you play your cards right. So thanks again for watching this video. Hopefully you found it interesting, and I have 3 customers with 3 Ryobi battery powered machines that hopefully will give them at least a few good years of service before those batteries inevitably don't hold a charge anymore. Thanks again, guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.